Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. In this short lesson, we are going to deal with what many students consider as the biggest challenge on an exam paper, the writing section. At the same time, we are going to review language item we've seen in Module 2 of Guess More 6A, namely using should and shouldn't to express advice. Okay, let's start. This is Harry, and this is the letter he has written to the editor of the magazine asking for help. Let's look at it. My life at school is miserable. There is a group of students who are always bullying and making fun of me. I don't want to go to school anymore. Please help me. Right, what we want to do is write a letter to Harry giving him advice. But remember, before starting, that writing is a process and it has systematic stages. Stage number one is pre-writing, right? Brainstorming and jotting down anything and everything without worrying about grammar. You will decide on the importance of your points later. The second stage is that of drafting, putting your ideas together in sentence form. Number three, editing. This is where you have to check for errors and mistakes. Fourth, revising. This is where your piece will get its final shape. And finally, of course, publishing and sharing with your teacher or probably with your school or class magazine. Let's look at our letter and see what we can do at the pre-writing stage. So there are certain things I need to understand clearly. First, for example, I can write the name of the boy, Harry. This might prove important later. But more important is the problem. What is the problem? Player bullies at school. And the line clearly. The purpose of writing, why am I going to write him? Purpose, give advice. I can write here should in order not to forget that I need to use that model. And then my ideas. So jot down anything, alone, at the break, and lunchtime. This is probably the reason why he is constantly being bullied. Tell your teacher is an important piece of advice. Tell your teacher. Talk to your parents and tell your parents, of course. Yeah. Talk to your parents, etc., and any other thing that comes to mind. Let's now see how I am going to elaborate on this first point alone at break and see how I am going to develop it into a complete coherent sentence. So, you shouldn't be alone at breaks. Expand. Okay. Try to find a group of friendly students to stay with. Another sentence. This will discourage the bullies, those boys, from hurting you. See how the shape of this sentence has changed it into a longer piece. And I have three sentences here, right? Okay, this is actually the letter which Harry received from the editor of the magazine, but we've got a problem here. The parts of the letter are not in order. So what we need to do is rearrange them to get a coherent and beautiful letter. Let's read the parts. I also think that you should find a group of friendly students and stay with them at break and lunchtime. But two, they are adults and they can find a solution quickly. But three, the first thing you should do is go talk about it to your parents and teacher. Next part, finally, I hope that this will stop very soon. Another part, dear Harry, the last part here, because being alone will encourage the bullies to hurt you. This is a letter, so this is certainly the first part of it, dear Harry. But what is the first one? Should come first. Okay, the first thing you should do. So this is my first piece of advice. The first thing you should do is go talk about it to your parents and teachers. So let me write number two here. They are adults, parents and teacher. Number three, they are adults and they can find solution quickly. Okay, another piece of advice. Okay, here. I also think that you should find a group of friendly students and stay with them at break and lunchtime. Number four. What's number five? Because being alone. We've been talking about staying with your friends. Number five. Because being alone will encourage the bullies to hurt you. Finally, end of the letter. Finally, I hope that this will stop very soon. Right. Let's look now at this post-watching task. You got a number of problems here, published in a similar magazine, and what you need to do is to write these boys some good advice. Let's look at Fat. What's his problem? I love computer games. I play all day and can't stop. Tahit says, I have failed my exam and I am afraid of my parents. Muhammad, my friend has told lies about me and I'm very angry. Salim says, I've put on weight and people laugh at me. So, what advice can you give these worried children? Thank you for watching. Good luck.